with Joel Diaz at Fortune's Gym for Timothy Bradley's media training workout day. He just had it. What did you feel? How do you think? Compare this camp to the last camp. I know the last one he had 12 weeks. This one he did 8. How's he feeling?
Well, learning from the first one. The first one was a little bit excited. He was a little bit excited because an opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao was great. So I think he overworked himself a little bit. 12 weeks was a lot of time. Now we put in the proper time. He's great. He's already at 150, 3 pounds over. He can make weight tomorrow. And as you guys can see, he's hitting a lot harder. We worked on a lot of things ever since that Ruslan fight, and then we went to the Marquez fight. And Tim Bradley right now, he's hitting so hard that the volume of punches is no longer there. You're not gonna see Timothy throwing 10 punches and just hitting. Now you're gonna see him throw 5 punches, but very effective. Great timing, good power. Now he's snapping completely. I can't tell you guys anything because you're gonna have somebody sitting behind the computer saying, "Oh, he's bullshitting." Just wait for April 12th and see what's gonna happen with Tim Bradley.
You just said that right now. Someone behind the computer and bullshitting. We know CompuBox and everything like that is ran by somebody counting punches and everything. And we also got the announcers saying that Pacquiao might land this or that, but he didn't land those punches. How do you avoid that? Because that does look good in the eyes of the fans, and it could sway judges as well.
Well, it is what it is. Going into the fight, of course, we got Max Kellerman, we got Jim Lafferty, we got those guys. And as soon as the fighters go in the ring, their eyes are on Manny. They're not on Bradley. So any move Manny makes, they'll bring it up. Oh, another punch by Manny Pacquiao. Another thing by Manny Pacquiao. So their eyes are on Manny Pacquiao. A lot of the fights are mostly influenced by the commentators. I remember a fight, Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. I saw Marvin Hagler winning the fight with no volume. You listen to the commentators, of course, Sugar Ray Leonard wins because the commentators are just blowing him up. That's the way I see it. But you know what? We're not going to leave this fight to go to the judges or let the commentators influence the people. We're going to do things a little different to the point where we're going home happy with a win or a defeat. I'd rather go home with a defeat than go home with a controversy and have to be dealing with all this shit from the whole people around the world. Because people don't understand that this is boxing. We are entertainers and we do our work. We do our job. And at the end of the day, the judges, they do what they have to do in the business side of the sport. They do their thing. We go home. But when we go home with a controversy and we get attacked by the people, there's always that person sitting behind a computer that doesn't know shit about boxing. There's always insulting and aggravating the fighters when the fighter just goes to perform and tries to give the people what they want to see.
You said Bradley's not going to be throwing 10 punches and just hitting. He's actually going to throw 5 with power. Do you think that newfound power is going to keep Manny honest and, because he's a very busy fighter?
He kept him off, on the first one. So we're going to see what happens on this one.
Training, I actually noticed that Bradley's wearing socks. Is he actually going to wear them for the fight?
Of course. It happens that Bradley sometimes he goes by he read a Mike Tyson book and he decided not to wear socks.
You saw all the media that was here last time, and the last few fights you've actually said it. Nobody had Bradley winning, or no one picked him. Have you heard anyone from the media, or do you know any people from the media in here saying that Bradley's going to win this?
I haven't heard anything, and really I don't care because all the odds are against us every time. I've never been to a fight with Bradley where they give us the love that he's going to win. So that said, we're going to the fight against all odds, and a lot of people think Bradley's going to lose, and like I said, we're going to ruin people's nights, like we always do.
One final thing for the fans. What do you got to say to them?
Well, just watch the fight, and you're going to see a different Bradley. Thank you.